Okay, so let me share my screen. And I just told the learners a second ago before I started videoing that all of these lessons we're doing are kind of building on each other. And I think this is the last one dealing with this specific topic, and then we go into a new one, I think, next week. I just want to remind you guys too that checkpoint number 5, I think it officially ended yesterday. So grades will be coming within a week or two. Okay, so here we go. So week 24, career goals. So dreams don't come true, goals do. Okay, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the Olympics or anything like that, but I always watch them and think, wow, they're so amazing, they're so amazing. But they didn't just get that way overnight, okay? They had to make goals, like I'm going to do this today, and I'm going to do this today to get to where I need to be, or I'm going to practice this many hours. You can't just say, like me, I can't be like, I'm going to go be an Olympic skater, okay? And just hope that it happens, because it's not going to happen. Just like Emily, if she were to say, I'm just going to go do hair and the best, without really learning how to actually do it properly. So she would do it step by step by step. Okay, just like Sarah, you didn't say I'm going to go clogging and just it was instantly going to happen, like you had magical feet, right? You have to work at it. You have to set small goals. You have to keep going, and you can't give up. The same with finding a career. You have to set little goals to get there. Like I'm going to look for colleges. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Okay, so our learning target today is I can compare and contrast jobs that fit my career goals. So we're going to think about what our goals are, and then we're going to find some jobs that fit. Okay, so what's a career goal? It's a well-defined statement explaining the profession that an individual intends to pursue throughout his or her career. So it's something that you want to go after. Okay, so if someone wants to be a teacher, then that's what their goal would be, to eventually get there. Okay, so this we thought was pretty funny. This took some team effort, but a couple learning guides and myself, we figured we'd put something in here. But this is how you should not set career goals, okay? So listen to what he has to say. And actually, I think I need to stop share a second so you guys can hear this, right? Give me 1 second. So I want you to hear the video, computer sound, okay.
Would you walk us through a typical day for you? Yeah, great. Well.
Oh, sorry. Try again. Of course, it doesn't work now. Come on.
Would you walk us through a typical day for you? Yeah, great.
Well, I generally come in at least 15 minutes late. I use the side door, that way Lumberg can't see me. And after that, I just sort of space out for about an hour.
Space out?
Yeah, I just stare at my desk. But it looks like I'm working. I do that for probably another hour after lunch, too. I'd say in a given week, I probably only do about 15 minutes of real, actual work.
Peter, would you be a good sport and indulge us and just tell us a little more?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something about TPS reports. The thing is, Bob, it's not that I'm lazy. It's that I just don't care.
Don't care?
It's a problem of motivation, all right? Now, if I work my ass off and Initech ships a few extra units, I don't see another dime. So where's the motivation? And here's something else, Bob. I have 8 different bosses right now.
Beg your pardon?
8 bosses.
8?
8, Bob. So that means that when I make a mistake, I have 8 different people coming by to tell me about it. That's my only real motivation, is not to be hassled. That and the fear of losing my job. But you know, Bob, that'll only make someone work just hard enough not to get fired.
Would you bear with me for just a second, please?
Okay.
What if, and believe me, this is so hypothetical, but what if you were offered some kind of a stock option equity sharing program? Would that do anything for you?
I don't know, I guess. Listen, I'm going to go. It's been really nice talking to both of you guys.
Absolutely. The pleasure's all on this side of the table, trust me.
Good luck with your layoffs, all right? I hope your firings go really well.
Okay. Excellent. Great. Wow.
Obviously, that's not what you want to do when your bosses, there's some back, let me, when your bosses decide to sit down with you and you don't say, you don't work, you stare at the wall for an hour, you just work just enough that they don't harass you. That's really not a good way to set some career goals. But okay, so what can you do now to plan your career? So you can explore interests, which many of you guys have done. You don't need to know what you want to be, but explore some possible interests and careers. Learn about yourself. What do you like to learn about? Some possible careers. So careers match your activities, interests. So obviously, sorry, there's feedback there. So if you love sports, you could be a gym teacher. If you like math, maybe be an accountant, but find something that you like. Like obviously, if you don't like kids, you're not going to want to be a teacher. That's definitely not going to be a good thing for you if you're surrounded by kids every day and that's not your love. Do some research, learn about the careers you're interested in, talk to people in the field, job shadow, that's huge, guys. I always tell people, get out there and find somebody that you can go into work with them and actually watch them for a day. Ask them some questions. Get an internship, get a part-time job, get involved in some other activities. It'll make you more well-rounded. It's like Fit Kids Club that we do at Learning Lab. You can train for your career. You need to know some type of, you'll need some type of post-high school training and make sure you know the requirements when you're in high school. Some careers make you have a language in high school, so make sure if you need that, you take a language. Okay, so here's an average salary. This kind of just gives you an idea here. 2014, college graduates, overall 48,000. Engineering started off about 63,000. You can kind of see as it goes down the list here. But these are very great, starting salaries. And then there's some more things you can find here in the occupational handbook that gives you some more information about salaries and different things you can look at. I can definitely send you the link if you're interested. Sure. Okay, so how to set some career goals. Okay, first of all, you want to make sure they're specific. Okay, so for example, make 10 job search calls following up on my LinkedIn connections, making them very specific, measurable. Ask questions such as how many, how will I know what I accomplished, make sure it's attainable. Like I said, don't say, Sarah's saying, I'm going to be an Olympic skater and that's going to be my career. Okay, so make sure it is obtainable, make sure it's relevant. It's one that really matters to you. Is it a good time and timely? When do you want to begin? When should we complete each step? Okay, so just kind of think about all of those things. It should be a SMART goal. Okay, tips to achieve your goals. Write down some steps. So write down your career goal, get some steps there. This will help you remember. Set some deadlines. I need to apply to college by this time, or I'm going to try to go job shadow by this time. Okay, if you set deadlines, it's going to make you do it. Because if you're like me, I tend to procrastinate and I need a solid, firm deadline or it's not going to happen. Reward yourself. If you do well, take yourself to the Meadows, which is buy one, get one free this week in Duncansville. So if you're out and about in Duncansville, stop by, I think, till Friday. Cones are buy one, get one free. Tubs are buy one, get one free. You can reward yourself. And you can have a goal partner. Somebody that's going to keep you motivated. It's going to, check up on you, making sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. And all of these are going to help you achieve a goal. Okay. Like I said, these are all kind of building off of each other. Okay. So again, the Connect You assignments are always due Tuesday. If you owe me anything, please make sure that you get those to me because they will be going in your grades. Like I said, I think our grades are due the 24th and then they'll be sent out soon after that. I have not done my grades yet. So if you did not do your Connect You from this week, or I should say last week, you can definitely get that into me because I'll be grading it probably tomorrow morning. Okay, so any questions or concerns, reach out to me and hopefully you guys will start setting some goals. And I can't stress this enough, guys, because when I went into college, I went in undeclared and had no idea what I wanted to do. I knew I loved history, so I did like political science for a while, and then I ended up switching my major. And it's really good, guys, if you can get in now. Like I know, Emily, you have a well-established pathway ahead of you. You know that you're going to go to the VOTEC. You have your mom to lean back on. But a lot of people don't have that inspiration. Like you've been surrounded by it your whole life. You probably have grown to love it. You find it extremely interesting. I did not have that luxury. So if you think you like something, like I know Sarah loves animals, you know, get out there and see if you can go into a tech office, get in there and say, hey, you know, can I job shadow a tech at the vet's office? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I, you know, get out there and ask some questions? Dylan, what are you said you're interested in film, I think, before, is that correct?
Yeah, that and photography.
Okay, yeah, so maybe you could job shadow a photographer, maybe even go and, you know, to a shoot the one time. You can ask somebody if you're willing to, you know, let them go to the shoot and watch how they do things and, you know, ask some questions. Film, you can talk to some people as well, but it's very good if you ask people in the career. My husband has had many people job shadow him before. He's an attorney, so they go to the courthouse with him. They'll follow him around. They'll ask questions. And, you know, he's very blunt with them, and he tells them, you know, this is a lot of hard work. And that's the other thing too. They can say, you know, this is how many hours you're going to put in. This is what it's going to take to get there. This is how far in debt you're probably going to go. So if you go and find these careers and talk to people that are in them, they're going to give you real life answers, things that the internet might not tell you. Okay. And be serious with them. Be like, you know, tell me the pros and the cons. I want to know all of the negatives that could possibly go along with this career before I make a decision. My husband thought about going into psychology, and he went, and our family friend was a psychiatrist, and he said that he wouldn't recommend it because he listened to people's problems all day long, 8 hours a day, and he said that it's very difficult work listening to people who are very, you know, sad and have a lot of problems 8 hours a day. So he said, you know, you have to think long and hard if that's something that you can do for 8 hours a day, every day of your life. Listening to people that might not have the best situations in their life. So he decided not to go into it because he thought about it, and he's like, yeah, you know what, I don't know if I can do that 8 hours a day. So you definitely need to think of some of the downfalls. Sarah, before I told you my story about tech, her back started hurting because of lifting the animal. She had to lift very, very heavy dogs. So you have to be physically fit to be, you know, a vet tech. So just things that you need to think about. Okay, so promise me you're going to start thinking more because you guys are all, you know, 9th, 10th, 11th, getting up there, that you will start thinking about where you will job shadow. Okay? Okay, sound good? Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you next week. Okay, thank you, guys. Okay, bye. Bye, guys.